Alrighty, well, thank you for tuning into this video. It's been a while since I have created any videos for a while for my channel. Been very busy with building the Discord, busy with different events, commentating and all this sort of stuff. But we're not going to get into that too much. That could be for another video. But this little segment before the video starts is really just to express community and how I am very thankful for the likes of Richie from the GTSport Community for making this happen. I've got a lot of time for that dude, so thank you very much, Richie. I do appreciate it very much. And a big shout out to Diakobub, who has helped incredibly with liveries and the event itself. And there's many other people that have been involved with regards to the creation of TMK Racing 444's community and the growth of that. So I just wanted to express my thank you. There's a lot of other people that I will thank you in other videos, but again, I don't want to make this too long, so we're just going to sort of jump straight into the video. But a big shout out, of course, to the GOAT, LukaVavisic. And I couldn't believe it when Richie told me that he was going to hopefully join the TMK 100 substream. Because I was like, well, this guy's a, you know, I mean, he's a proper YouTuber and he's extremely fast. But yeah, Richie made it happen. He came. We had an amazing time. Moomin left the lobby just to allow other people from the other lobby, because we had that many people turn up, I just wasn't expecting it, to come into the lobby that we were in, just to race Zavisic. So amazing, really, for all of us. It was just such an incredible experience. Whereas I'm sure for Luka, it's you know, just something a little bit fun and go and have some races. But for everyone else, I think our minds were just blown. So thank you so much for joining. It really was a very special night. And the reason why I'm creating this video is because I'm interested to see exactly what these fast dudes are doing. You know, so we've done 2 laps of Group 2 at the Nordschleife, at the Green Hell. And there are some other videos as well, some other tracks, but that'll be for separate videos. So we're just going to start off with the Nürburgring and see if we can decode exactly what Luka is doing and why they are so fast. So thank you to everyone that's been involved in the community. TMK Racing 444 is growing. It's growing rapidly, meeting some amazing people, helping them out, and they're helping me out, and that's just community for you. It's wonderful to really get connected and involved with these people and find your tribe, because obviously there's a lot of people out there that you just don't gel with, that aren't very nice. So it's nice to be able to pull out the weeds and stick with the good ones. So thank you for taking the time to just listen to this beginning bit. We're going to jump into the video now. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, you all get to see the GOAT, LukaVavisic, drive his Group 2 Nissan GTR like an absolute boss around the Nordschleife. Thank you very much. See you on the other side. Alrighty, so as the GTSport logo flashes its way through, I'm wondering whether they'll keep that on for Gran Turismo 7. Just over 4 months away to go until that is released, but we can see quite a few familiar names joining us today. Of course, this was a private session, so you're going to see quite a few of the GLR boys. And we've got Scotty in P1 in the Kawasaki liveried Group 2 GTR. Big fan of the Kawasaki, big fan of bikes, so I think me and Scotty are going to have to spend some time together. I do want to get into his streams and events, but we are a green here at the Nürburgring, and Zavisic already up in a position in front of G.O.A.T, the absolute legend, very much a big community member, absolutely lovely dude is G.O.A.T in P8, and Hugh Hattrick running a little bit wide there, as is Power Max, the god of thunder, Thorsten. And so Zavisic now in 5th place. Obviously we've got the inside view at the bottom right of the screen, and after the first lap is completed, we do swap screens over as he has less traffic to contend with. But he's up in P5 now, and we've got Moomin in front of the GOAT. And just look at how fast these Group 2s are. and putting Group 2 on the Nürburgring. You just see Moomin there trying to give Zavisic space, but they're so fast that as soon as they find a little bit of extra grip, it's like you're being flung to another side. Zavisic just clipping the apex there and maximising track widths, which is a very difficult thing to do in these cars. I'm sure he is used to the Nürburgring, but look at this, back into P4 now, and chasing down the GOAT of commentary, TMK Racing 444. And you can just see the back end squirming for grip here with these road cars that have an incredible amount of downforce there. I know he's there, I'm trying to give him a bit of space at the bottom right. You can just see him go side by side with the legend, the two GOATs, the GOAT of GTSport and the GOAT of commentary. So there he goes, he passes through. I think I just did a little bit of a lift because I most certainly don't want to cause any knocks, especially with this dude. And you can already see he's already well and truly gapped me already, which just goes to show you the amount of time that is actually possible and that can be achieved when you understand the car, you understand the track, you understand its limitations. It just, you know, just proves it. So now he's up into P3. You can't even see P4, TMK Racing 444. And how long is it going to take it now for P3 to become a P2 as we're hard on the brakes? I think we need a fair bit of trail braking coming into that corner. You can see in the bottom right of the screen the amount of stress that the car is being put under, and the Pirelli softs alongside the racing suspension working to its maximum to ensure these cars stick to the road. But he is well and truly within the slipstream range of the legendary Neil the Seal, and it's got to be said, Seal is showing to be an absolute beast behind the wheel. When he gets down to it, he put up a pretty good fight here between Zavisic, and side by side they go, and ahead is Zavisic now in P2. So Luka continuing the assault here at the Nürburgring. We're closing our way towards the final straight until we begin lap 2, and it'll be a case of Luka chasing down Scotty. We could just see there at the top of the camera screen, and Seal doing a cracking job not really letting Luka pull away too much, which is like I was saying before, Seal really is a dark horse, shall we say, always giving the fastest competitors a run for their money. But you can see now the difference between the two as Zavisic continues to pull away and hunt the legendary Scotty down. And big shout out to Scotty. Give Scotty a subscribe, of course, and of course give Luka Zavisic a subscribe, always in his live stream saying hello. Great community and always fun to watch. Also running some open lobbies, which is good fun to jump in with him. So I think we are just coming up to, I think we've got a few more corners left until we finally find ourselves on that start-finish straight. Scotty seems to be doing a cracking job. Zavisic making sure he is using all of the track widths here at the Nürburgring in these Group 2 cars, and my good God, just look at how fast these are. It was such an incredible experience for all of us to be on track, and obviously you can tell he's well and truly gone from all of us now, apart from Scotty, which isn't a surprise because this dude is always showing commitment to GTSport, so that's why I want you guys to support Scotty as well. A lovely dude, and I do need to go up to see him actually after winning my free whiskey. Very nearly won a free F1 ticket or a PlayStation 5, but I got a whiskey instead, which I'm very grateful for, and I'm really looking forward to taking that one. I'm sure Richie will pop up with me, but anyway, we are fast closing in on the end of lap 1 now. Downhill they go. I'm sure these cars are going to be topping out. You can see the bottom right there, the rev bar is flashing. We took tuning off, balance of performance on, just so no one could max out these cars, because my good God, they'd be even more insane. And just look at that, absolute perfection. Sending it into the penultimate corner here at the Nürburgring, and now coming up to turn 1. Scotty still doing an incredible job, but Zavisic now beginning to pull him in, and as soon as slipstream becomes available, I'm going to assume that is game over for Scotty. But look at how long Scotty's been able to hold off Zavisic for here at the Nürburgring in the Group 2 cars on softs. And you can just see as well, now we've swapped the cameras round, we get a real good feel for what it was like in the cockpit for Zavisic. You didn't really get that with the TV cameras, but you could just see how much the car is moving about, and the driver is being thrown around in the cockpit there, over the hill, chucking it in right, maybe just a little bit of a lift. You don't really need to lift there. I'm not sure that he did, listening to the sound of that engine. But nevertheless, we continue up, keeping that throttle pinned. The car's going absolutely nuts with the camber changes and the elevation, coming up to a very heavy braking section, maxed out in 6th gear, all the way down to 2nd gear, clipping the apex, and then applying all horsepower to the exit, and keeping the car as straight as possible, full send. And obviously it's all about the corners where we make or break speed. Down into 5th gear, look at the car squirming for grip, but Luka knows the edges of grip, and you can just see there again, it's at the edge, but I believe that he has just enough throttle, and he doesn't go past a certain amount of acceleration, and what that does is you can turn the car a lot with minimal risk of it spinning, because obviously you're not pushing power to the rear of the car. When you're turning, it doesn't want to spin it round. So a little bit of a tip and trick, I suppose. There's quite a few people that I've noticed, including myself at the beginning of my journey, where trying to just give it too much gas through the corners or coming out the corners. You really want to just be feathering that throttle through the corners until the road opens up, and then you unleash it all. Give it too much gas too early, you spin. And it's obviously just a case of rewiring your brain, if you will. But now Zavisic is coming into slipstream range of the beast from the east, Scotty in the Kawasaki liveried Nissan GTR. And like I mentioned before, I think me and Scotty are going to get on just fine, as I am a big fan of bikes, and a big fan of the Kawasaki brand. And I'll tell you one thing for sure, these Group 2s, even on a simulator, they make you feel like you're driving or riding a motorbike in real life, if you will, in the same sense that the level of... I mean, every time I get in these group cars, especially on this track, my heartbeats are racing, my eyes are flipping everywhere, my head down, eyes up. And now he's in slipstream, he's going side by side with Scotty, and Scotty making sure he's giving him enough room, showing sportsmanship, and Zavisic nearly losing it, just clipping the back wheels on the grass there, but holding onto it like a boss. We've got side by side action with Scotty and Zavisic. We can't see him in the rearview mirror, and he just pops in. Zavisic able to hold on to P1 as we come towards the closing corners now of the 2-lap race. And Scotty within the slipstream range of Zavisic. We'll see whether Scotty can keep up with the GO.A.T, or whether he is just that fast, and that we will see Zavisic pull away a little bit. There's a tiny bit of a gap opening up already, and like I mentioned to you before, this is what I find so interesting. What is it that is making them so fast? Just clipping over the curbs there with barely any turning. Always very smooth initial turn-in. So you can tell just from looking at Luka's steering inputs that every initial turn-in is only really 30 degrees, shall we say, maximum. I'm going to believe that this is to find that biting point, begin the turn-in, wait for the weight of the car and the suspension to settle, and of course when that moment arrives you can apply more throttle, either on full whack or gently applying it to 100%, depending on the corner, and of course depending on whether you're going to skip out there. But look at that, doing his very best to pull away from the beast from the east, Scotty in his Kawasaki liveried GTR, doing his very best to clip all of these apexes and maximize track widths. And here we are on that final start finish straight. Now if Scotty was just in range here, as we can see from the rear view camera of Luka's GTR, he's well and truly out of slipstream range. If he was there, he could have pulled him back and might have actually been in for the chance of winning the Group 2 race. But this all was just for fun. Still on the gas, hard on the brakes. Does he clip the apex? Of course he does. In he goes again. Let's see how he takes this final corner like an absolute boss. Scotty just showing his nose through the penultimate corner, and there we go. That brings us to a close for the TMK 444 100 sub special stream, and I hope you have learned a lot from watching the GOAT, LukaVavisic, be a literal GOAT. And I do apologise, Luka, if I'm pronouncing your surname wrong. There's so many different ways people are telling me it's pronounced. Zavisic. Please let me know, and I'm sorry if I've got that wrong, Zavisic. But nevertheless, you've been exposed to two onboard and TV camera views of the legend and the GOAT do what he does best around the Nürburgring in the Group 2 car. So a big thank you to everyone that joined. I'm very excited for TMK 444's growth, and I am very excited to see you next time. Thanks for joining in. Ciao, ciao.